Telford, you have outdone yourself. Look at this turnout. Give yourselves a round of applause. Wow, we are so happy to have you here for this next panel. I hate to say it, but some of you will agree we might have saved the best for last, am I right? Are we ready to meet the cast of Angel? Please give a warm welcome to, first of all, the beautiful Charisma Carpenter. Please welcome David Boreanaz! Give it up for David, everybody! Angels in the house! And please say hello to J. August Richards! Put you right in the middle there, David. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
Fantastic to be here.
The cast of Angel. Give it up for him, everybody.
Well, we are missing a few, but
Yes.
I want a big shout out to Monopoly for what they've done today and what they do to give you guys an experience. So I just think we should give them all a round of applause for the people, security, and all those that are here helping out on their weekend. So thank you.
Thank you so much for traveling all this way to see all of your adoring fans. As you can see, Angel spans generations, worldwide phenomenon. But other than the professional Monopoly crew, who we are so grateful for, let's talk about your fans. You've been meeting fans all day. What's it like being here in Telford, meeting your fans?
Go.
Ladies first.
Telford, you rock. You're amazing. You stand in a queue, you're patient, you're kind to each other, you make friends with one another. I was speaking to a group where they said, I assumed they were all together, and they're like, no, we're family now, but we don't know each other. It's just darling, you guys are patient and lovely and kind, and you're English, and you have great senses of humor. I mean, what's not to love?
Yeah, look, I second that and more. I mean, the only thing I'm really kind of disappointed in is there's no beer here. I mean, I am in England, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was in Germany, I'd get tons of beer. There's no beer. I'm here in England, I'd like a pint.
Yes.
Is there a pint bar here?
I'm afraid you're just going to be inundated with pints now.
I know, right? That'd be nice.
There's happy hour.
It is. No, but thank you. Honestly, the people here have been so friendly and kind, and all of you have given gifts, and I thank you for all of that you have done and still do and support this show. It means a lot to me, so thank you.
Gosh, it means the world to us, yes.
And I've been lucky enough to see people here that I've met before. There've been a lot of people that I've met before, and I hope to meet again in the future. So thank you so much for coming out. Lovely meeting you this time. Can't wait to see you next time.
It is an honor to have you all here. And you mentioned the fans giving you gifts. Out of all of the fan interactions that you've had, what have been the most memorable for you? Anything stick out in your mind?
I mean, that's impossible because so often, I think what is impactful is to meet children, right? Like to meet the families and the generations being passed on. I mean, everyone is so special. I don't even think there is ever a thing that just stands out more than just the graciousness of the fans who wait and hang out and make you bracelets called the bitches back and pillowcase covers, and you guys are here to support us, not only to meet us, but you support our projects, you follow each of us onto our shows. So it's an incredible experience to be a part of this show that has grown and grown and grown.
I second that. I mean, I have a bracelet here that somebody made for me.
What does it say?
It says "Go Birds."
Eagles.
That's the Eagles thing, so they all know that I'm a big Philadelphia fan, obviously sports fan. But again, seeing the families come with their young kids and say, "Oh, I've just introduced this show to my daughter," right? And it's like they're just continuing on that tradition of what the show was, what it was all about. So for me, it's touching to see them come up and say hello to you, and then kind of pass the baton to their children. I think that's a really cool thing. But thanks for the bracelets. I got some chocolate. I got a really cool mug, which is really cool. And I got some things from Rome, a beautiful blessing from Rome, and I got a plaque. I got a $1,000 gift card from Harrods. Which
What?
it's
What the
amazing.
hell?
And then I also got a
Whoa.
I got a gift certificate to go Savile Row and get a suit. I don't know who did that, but it was very kind. That starts at
You love
$4,500.
a good suit.
I love a good
He
suit.
loves
So
a good suit.
those that gave me the
I love
Harrods
a good
gift cards,
suit.
I love it, man. Thank you. You think I might get no gift card? It was.
Oh, thank God.
I did not know that was a joke, not by your reaction.
I know, I was
Oh,
so
wow.
jealous.
Yeah.
I was.
What have you been receiving today, Jay August? You've been getting some gifts and treats from the UK?
I've been getting love, man. I've been getting love. You know, to have done the show so long ago and to still have people care about us and about the show and tell us what it meant to them after all of these years, you have no idea how rewarding that is.
Yeah, and the people that dress up, like as our characters, it's just, there was somebody who was dressed like Lorne. Two Lornes, right? Yeah. Oh, you can see the green.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
over there.
Fred
Yes.
as a Pylean. There we go, right there. Yes. I saw a baby angel.
Oh.
I think his name was Hensley? No. Anyway, is he here? Baby angel?
Baby Angel, will you
No,
please?
he must have left.
He can't stand up, he's
I
a
love
baby.
that Cordelia
So
t-shirt
cute.
though, up in the back.
Yes.
It's kind of surreal to meet people that have your face on their shirt. It's surreal, it's amazing.
Or their picture tattooed on their body.
that.
That is like,
Or that.
whoa, okay.
What about an autograph on the body? Have you ever done that? Where they go, that's so cool. That's gotta be
it's
surreal.
wild. It's wild. It's a wild experience.
Yes. Well,
But I
Angel,
love it.
yeah, Angel for many of us, whether it's in COVID or people just discovering it now, as you mentioned, is a comfort show for so many. I'd love to know what your comfort show is. And we're
Angel's a
already-
comfort show?
I know, it's a bit dark, right?
What does that mean?
What does that say about us?
I know, seriously. You find that comforting?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. It's a
Everyone
pretty
sort
dark
of
show.
has that show that, you know, when you're unwinding, you know, I'm looking at you because you mentioned a comfort show and you said, I don't even want to tell you backstage, this is an on-stage moment.
Well, it's not that I didn't want to tell you. I just wanted you to hear my answer fresh.
Uh-oh.
But my comfort show, like when I come home from work and I really just don't want to think, it's Shark Tank. I think you guys call it Dragon's Den.
Oh, yes.
I love that show. That show makes me so happy when somebody gets a deal. It just makes my heart explode. I love it so much. Are you familiar?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm a sports guy, so listen, sports just kind of winds me down for some reason, and I like watching older like sporting events that have already happened.
Yeah.
So and I kind of
really?
I still root for the team, even though I know the outcome. It's kind of bizarre, but I do like watching, knowing like where was I when that was going on, what was I doing. You know, I can
It's
kind of like
nostalgia for you.
replay it. So it's nostalgia for me to kind of just relax and enjoy and be humbled. Like what was happening 5 years ago or 10 years ago in this game? Where was I? So that kind of helps me.
How do you find it? Like, is it
It's on a sports channel. They usually ESPN. You know.
nice?
Yeah.
The sports rerun. That's dope.
Yeah. I have to ask, are you only rewatching the reruns of when the Eagles win?
No, I watched the games where they lost too,
Oh, okay.
and I still scream at the
That's fair.
television set. So my emotions don't stop. It's like, why would I want to put myself through that again?
Right.
But I do, which is bizarre. So I do rage at the show when they're losing.
I like that.
Do you not only watch hockey and, football, do you do basketball at all?
Basketball, not so much,
Is
but
it-
college
I-
basketball I do.
You do?
Yeah, because it's
Wow.
bizarre. I mean, it has this more of an athletic kind of.
Love basketball.
I like basketball.
I love hockey. Hockey's
Hockey's
fast.
fantastic. And these guys are like.
I'm going to go to a
bored.
Giants game in November.
That's exciting.
I'm so excited
At
because I'm a
MetLife?
New Yorker now.
That's right.
Yeah.
What's your comfort show?
What's my comfort show? I'm going to have to go with Sex in the City.
Yes!
You too? And then also, I have a podcast now that I know you know this, but I'm really enjoying watching Buffy. I'm literally looking forward to watching the show. Your episode with I was like, oh, this is when it happened. This is the episode when we all got hooked. Am I right? What? I didn't hear you. Right? That was such an incredible episode. So I love that scene. I told you this the other day backstage, but when she sneaks him in and doesn't know he's a vampire yet, and she's fingering the food that she brought in a Ziploc, and it's like super awkward. And he doesn't eat food; he eats people, or not. You don't eat people. You only animals now.
I drink pig's blood. That was my character.
Pig's blood, yeah. Animal blood, yeah. Good. It's good, I guess. Poor pigs.
Be healthy.
Poor pigs.
Good bacon, though.
Better than. Anyway, it was just such a great scene when she thinks he read the diary, and I don't know. I just fell in love with the show, and so now I'm really looking forward to watching the next episode. That tends to be my comfort now. I get it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you get it.
And you got a new wardrobe.
And a new wardrobe. After that.
I got a new wardrobe? Oh, really?
Oh, new outfit.
I used to wear, well, they only gave me one shirt to wear. So I really didn't have much of a
Budget
choice at the time. They just gave me one shirt. Yeah, I think it was like a black shirt or probably another black shirt.
Yes.
Go figure.
Charisma just mentioned her podcast. I'm not sure if you guys heard, of course you have. Did you know the bitch is back? Let's talk about your podcast and what we can expect from it.
Well, it's a first watch, so you get to watch me watch it and talk about it, and I'm having a great time with it. It's important to me that I I hate coming here and not knowing the show. I think I let people down when I said, well, I never saw that episode, or I didn't know that. And when I was in Portland with Joyce, Christine Sutherland, and we were on a panel together, and she said she died, and I literally had no idea. So it was like 2 years ago, I leaned down and I go, you die? And she goes, yeah, I didn't know. You knew? Did you know?
Yeah, I knew.
So
It was like
did the
the
crossover. You did crossovers.
Well, yeah, but it was a big thing.
I didn't know. So it was just not acceptable. So here I am.
Well, I don't want to turn this into Inside the Actors Studio, but we do have a lot of creative people in the audience that are looking to get into the entertainment industry, be it acting, producing, writing. Any advice that you would have for anyone looking to get into this entertainment industry in any capacity?
Look, I think you have to be curious first and foremost, and really be dedicated to what the craft is all about. And when I say that, I mean, like, don't expect to just make it so fast or so quick. It takes a long time to really own yourself and your feelings and inside, to be confident. And there's so much that really goes into it. It's a long journey, and I would just say, if you're really passionate about it and you enjoy the craft, it makes you happy, then just go for it, right? And to just learn from the best people that you think you can learn from, read books, go to museums, walk around, study people, write, interact, come in Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, just cause a problem at the table and see what happens. Get some reactions from people, throw the mashed potatoes down at your mom and see what happens. Right?
Well, David said I could do it, Mom. David told me to do it, yeah.
But no, just be genuine with what you want to do. Don't be genuine for the celebrityism of it or the fame of it. And if you want to do that, then that's going to be your boat, But I recommend the other.
Well, I've been reading that in the UK it's very similar to how it is in Los Angeles right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the industry is kind of contracted and there's not as much work for actors as there used to be just in this period. I think it might be the same here. And to piggyback off of what David said, if you really are passionate about the business, storytelling, being an actor, while it is very difficult right now, it won't deter you from pursuing your dream. And study is another thing that I would recommend. Really, study your craft and learn how to become a great actor like these two.
And you.
Beautiful actors.
Thank you.
Feeling the love. Charisma, any advice to young actresses out there?
I mean, they said the obvious, but I think, honestly, you just don't give up. It's just, if that's what you want to do, you never stop pursuing it. you have to be diverse. Like for me, I work less and less, but I diversify my interests, my creativity. I write, I've created a couple of shows. I mean, I'm not on television with them, but this is how I spend my time. If I am not actually being able to be on camera, then what can I do to be getting on camera? Like, do I need to write my own show? Create a podcast that's very creatively fulfilling for me. It's a medium I knew nothing about. I dove head first into it. I don't have a co-creator, a writer, a director to do that with me. It was horrifying. It was terrifying. I was told I had to have it, and we were shooting on a Thursday, and by Tuesday I had nobody, and I realized nobody was coming to save me. So I needed to figure this out myself. So I opened my laptop and I just started writing, and I had a 20-page document, and I do that painful process every week. And it's teaching me so much. So even though I may not be in front of camera, I'm watching them act. I'm talking about the scene. I'm breaking down the scene. I'm in my craft, even though I'm not on camera. So it's being obsessed and unwilling to let go. And I think it's a character defining moment. I may not be paid, to be on camera, but this is my love. Like, I remember what it's like to be on set. I remember my first audition with Jeff Goldblum and that scene that we did for this movie called Hideaway, and I did not get the part, but I remember so clearly him standing up as my father telling me what was up, and I was like, no. And it was this incredible moment where I was able to suspend belief and be totally present in this exact moment, and I was on cloud 9. I walked out of that audition saying, I got to act today, I got to practice my tools today, I got to be in the moment and listen, and just the words were just on top of this ocean of emotion, and it was so fulfilling that I walked out and I said, I do not care if I don't get this job. That was the most exhilarating moment of my life. I never, ever want to do anything ever again. And I walked down the stages of Warner Brothers, and there's these famous stages, and I was like, this is my life. And I've dedicated my life to it ever since. So never give up. And don't be afraid to pivot from one medium to another. Just stay in it. That's my advice.
It's very good advice, very inspiring. Thank you so much. All of your advice, I'm sure, will help somebody that's watching here today. But David, if I can ask a question to you, if I may. Angel is such a complex, intricate character, shows remorse, he has a lot of inner conflict. How did you personally tap into those emotions as an actor?
For me, it was just kind of learning and growing with character. I really didn't have much on my back when I started the show, and I didn't know what I was really doing. And I really kind of looked at movies and I watched scenes, and I was very inspired by Gary Oldman, of all people. Just the way his reactions were so out of the blue, or very fast and furious, and that was something that helped me kind of tap into that demon spirit that I could portray. It was a very straight, compartmentalized character. He's like, you're evil and you're doing all this bad stuff, and then you're like, oh, Buffy, I love you. I'm crying and I'm so calm. It's like, it was a very interesting learning experience for me. My character started out, I didn't talk, so I just kind of stayed in the corners and looked around. She called me salty goodness, and I was just like, it was just like, okay, that's a wrap, But when I had the opportunity to seize that moment, I really put the work into to do as best as I could and learn and fall down. I had to fall down in order to learn. So for me, it was really about preparing and being prepared, but also being willing to fall and know that was not good, or I can learn from that.
Very cool. Yeah, yes, round of applause. Thank you for that. No, it's interesting to hear the backstory of how you get into character, for sure. But we've been talking all day.
Can I ask them a quick question real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys remember what it was like acting on film when we did this show?
Yes, we had to wait and make sure there was no hair in the gates. when we go
Yes,
home.
exactly.
Oh.
But do you think that no hair in the gate? But do you think that don't you think it was a really good training ground for us to have to work on film where they couldn't just roll tape forever and ever? Like, I felt like there was a greater pressure to get it right in a good way. I felt.
I agree. I mean, I think that it was, yeah, I mean, being there in the environment of that mechanism that was what was being used, if you look back at it, obviously you can do much more today than you could with a film camera, you know? So when I was in it presently, I didn't really think too much about it. I just remember don't let the spools run out and we're on a short thread and you're trying to have an emotional moment and then you lose the film, you know, and you're like, oh, shit.
I thought it was more beautiful. I think the film, I miss the look of the film, the magic of the film, the realism of the video, to me, it's not the same. And I also feel very, very grateful that I was on film because it seems like that era was the golden era for us as actors in terms of like pay or like the residuals. There were no buyouts anymore. Like the new medium changed beyond just the way a film or a TV show looked, and just having, sure, the leeway to continue rolling, sure, but there is something special about the way it looked, and there was also just this element of that's gone. It just doesn't exist anymore. Like we lost more than just the film.
That's very romantic.
And that's what I think film is. I think
It is
film is
romantic.
romantic.
It is
But
romantic. You're romantic.
I just think today's cameras are unbelievable. What you can do with them, and I just
you're a
find them to
director.
be very
Diverse.
yeah
the
and
drones.
efficient things that you can shoot,
The
you know, at
shots.
nighttime, and like
Sure.
it's pretty awesome.
And they're lighter, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it just gives you more leeway, and it
Yeah.
just makes things faster.
You can roll more angles at one time.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
that's
there's
helpful
just
too.
different types of
And the money is less,
lenses and-
and I'm sure it's more malleable, like it's more malleable, right? You can get a shot in a different kind of way. I can see that, I see that from a director's point of view, but I don't know, I just miss the way a shot looks on film.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to ask them. I haven't seen them in a while.
No, that's a beautiful moment. We love that. I was just going to say, you know, I'm looking across this amazing group of people here, and there's so many different genres represented. Like, we've got sci-fi, we have movies and films in outer space, we've got fantasy, we've got horror. But what do you think, a question for all of you, what do you think it is about the fantasy and supernatural world that's so intriguing to fans?
They just lose themselves in their own world. I mean, it's like you can be transported to another place, another time, and just kind of go through that story and kind of live in it, right? I mean, that's kind of what it's about. And I think the horror genre has really exploded in the past 2 years, you know, more so than it ever has been. But there's something about, you know, Karen Black, right? She was an awesome actress, and you know, her films and the look, and it just was pretty spooky, you know? Like, that was some pretty intense stares, you know? So,
I think the imagination of it all, it's very compelling. Like, our lives are so real and it's so intense right now that to be able to go into the fantasy world that you suggested and to be able to dive in and to just escape and just be in an alternate universe and really in faraway places with an extreme environment like Mars or whatever, like that is just so fantastical that it shows the boundaryless or the boundlessness of the human spirit. You know, like we can just go so far with our minds.
right, that's what I said. Like, I agree, like you say about, like, you talk about, like, shooting on film. I feel like the genre of superheroes has been so overplayed into a point of, like, exhaustion. For me, I prefer Superman and Christopher Reeve and how they shot Michael Keaton and Batman and, you know, Dick Tracy. Like, those are really authentic, story-filled films. Now it's like you just shoot on green screens, you got wires all over the place, and it's I mean, I'm sure a lot of people out there love that, and that's great. But for me, it's too much.
Oversaturated.
I agree. For me, on Angel, every season there was one day I was afraid to go to work because I was going to be asked to do something that I had never done before. I was going to ask to do a scene with myself, or juggle, or play something totally different. And I remember every year on Angel, I remember thinking, this may be the best job I ever have in my life, because I was so, every episode was so different. And I would love to look back on our episodes too, because sometimes I'll watch an episode and I'll go, oh, that's what that episode was about. Like all these years later. So it was like, every episode almost felt like a different show. And it was a huge challenge in that way.
Well, the first season of Angel were all standalones, and it was it was guest star driven, and I think like that was interesting. But I thought Angel got better in the seasons preceding that, because I feel like it became chosen family, and the stories were the chosen family stories. It was about our interactions. It's still, we had the guest stars driving story, but it was sort of like B, where in the first season was A storyline. I don't know, I just think the show is more successful when you really, like on SEAL Team, like what your characters that you talk about, like it's very character driven, it's your chosen family, your group of people, and how you interact and what's going on with them in their lives. Like how often do we learn that much about what was going on in the personal lives? As I'm watching Buffy, I mean, what was going on with Xander at home? What was going on with Willow at home? Like I really didn't even remember. Like, did they have a good home life? And there's just, when the show is just, it's so interesting when we get to dive into our characters, not only as we see them as a group, but also what's going on with them at home. I think that makes very compelling storytelling.
If we could talk about the aesthetics of the show, which is very important, it's a very visual show. Can you walk us through what I'm looking at you, David, the transformation process is? I mean, we're talking fangs, makeup. What's that process like?
Well, for me, it wasn't that difficult. I mean, Dane Johnson was just fantastic. I spoke to Dane last week. I saw him. He's great. He says hello to everybody out here. He was just really good at what he did, and he made that process funny. I mean, he made it, what Andy had to go through was a little bit more intense. My prosthetic piece was literally like a mask, and that was it. Seriously, it took me, I think, once they wrapped, it took me like 10 minutes to pull that thing off. Like, I was like, boop, gone,
How
see
good
ya.
did that feel to take it off?
I just like ripped on, see you later. So I mean, they did such great work on these demons that they did on the show. Remember we had this one, like it was like a spider coming through the front door of the hotel, and they're all operating. There was puppeteers, and it was crazy, right? It was like a big, I don't know what it was, but it took a lot to get these people. They were in the makeup chair at 2:30 in the morning for a 7 a.m. call, and they really had to wear that all day long through lunch and then touch-ups. So it was pretty grueling for the people that were playing those types of demons.
And also hot, like they'd be hot, and I mean I know that there's a lot of glamour, and people find that the show is just like, oh, these whatever actors. It is really hard work. It is really hard work, and it's really hard work, especially if you're in makeup. Like Lauren was in makeup every single day. His call was the first in the morning on Monday, last to leave usually, because that's how it rolls. And then we have guest stars, and sometimes their suits. Like I remember when I was working on Legend of the Seeker, and I was in all the way up, to my all the way in leather strap. Like to go to the bathroom was like I couldn't drink, because you just don't have time to go to the bathroom. And so we would have guest stars, and I really learned to appreciate those guest stars and people that were in that kind of makeup, learning just all the different workarounds just to make a day. It's really impressive.
I think that Spider Demon was Angel Season 2, Episode 1. If anybody's here tomorrow and wants to fact check me on that, feel free.
Oh, wait, she's got the machine ready.
What's the name of the episode, though? Would you know?
The name of the episode.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Big bug comes through the front door. What? Breath?
No,
Friendless.
that wasn't season 2.
Friendless.
Whoa, okay. If anybody wants to
Did him a
fact check
medal.
him.
Medal.
See, you never need any sort of Googling because you
It
guys
was
just
called
know
Judgment.
everything.
Yes, it was called
Yep,
Judgment.
Yep. Angel Trivia
But I don't
starring
know
Jay
how we're
August.
going to find out if the spider demon came through that. Because I remember it was in the blooper reel.
Demon protector, Angel tries to fulfill the dead warrior mission and escorts her to a tribunal to protect the woman's unborn baby when the woman runs off. And that's where Angel comes.
Wow.
That's a lot of story.
I don't remember that at all.
We did say it was complex. We did cover that, right?
Man.
Very complex.
Okay, damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, Angel Trivia.
I'm only on season 1, episode 7, so it's gonna be a while, but you know, I'll
You're
call
gonna
you.
you're gonna come back with all this knowledge. You're gonna put them to the test. That's what's gonna happen after this podcast. Yes. Well, after you leave us here in beautiful Telford, I know you're gonna still meet all of your fans and have a great time. Hopefully, you get to see some of the UK while you're here. But what's next for each of you, professionally, personally? What are you looking forward to after you leave us here in Telford?
You know, I'm right here in the now. So I have just, you know, after I finished SEAL team, I learned a lot through the veteran community and was blessed and humbled to work with veterans and people that don't make it home, you know, their stories. And I just really learned how to just be in the now. The work will come as it comes. Yeah, I have some things, but you know what? I just take it where I am right now. And for me, it's being here with all of you, sharing stories, seeing my co-stars again, which is fantastic and loving, and that's all I would like.
No time like the present. Very well said. Jarvis, what are you gonna get up to while you're here and after?
I stayed off of social media over the last year for about 9 months because I was writing a screenplay of a feature film that I really want to produce and direct. So that will hopefully be the next thing that I do. I love it so much. I'm gonna find a very unconventional way to bring it to life.
Shoot on film.
I would love that. But look, I almost feel like I'm gonna set a date and then what money I have to shoot it, that's the money that I'll spend. So if I have to shoot it on my iPhone 17, I'm shooting it on my iPhone 17. But it's just a story that I've always wanted to tell, something that's very close and personal to me. So that's what I'm working on right now.
We'll be watching. I don't care what iPhone. We'll be watching. Isn't that
Thank
right?
you.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
And Charisma, the bitch is back. But what else can we expect?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm always working, creating, writing, putting things together, and I love that you're doing that as well. I mean, he's always teasing me about stuff.
Yeah.
So one day at a time. One day at a time. Right now I'm focusing on the podcast and auditioning still, and you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We're wishing you continued success, and
Thank
you've been
you.
so amazing, taking so much time with the fans here. I know you were so honored that they've come to see us. It was our honor to have you here, and we want to say thank you so very much for the memories that you've
Well
made
done.
on screen and here with us in Telford. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Love you all. Thank you so much for coming out.
Comic-Con Midlands, let's keep it going for the cast of Angel. And above all else, we're gonna have David, we're gonna get him a beer. You deserve a beer, David. Let's give it up one more time for David, Charisma, and Jay August, the cast of Angel. Keep it going for him, Telford, let me hear ya. Jay August, David, and Charisma, the cast of Angel. Were they sensational or what? Thank you so much, everybody. We've got more to come on the main